Welcome to News AI Express. I'm Susan, and today we bring you heartbreaking news from Spain, where an apocalyptic storm has left a trail of devastation in its wake. In what's being called Spain's deadliest natural disaster in living memory, floods have ravaged communities, and the search for the missing continues. The storm that struck late Tuesday into early Wednesday transformed Valencia, a region south of Barcelona along the Mediterranean coast, into an unrecognizable landscape. Scenes across affected areas resemble the aftermath of a tsunami. Survivors are left to salvage what remains of their lives, dealing with devastating loss while coming to terms with the destruction. In many areas, cars are stacked like toppled dominoes, downed power lines and uprooted trees lie tangled in mud, and household items are strewn across streets now thick with sludge. As of Thursday morning, Spain's Transport Minister Oscar Puente confirmed what rescue workers feared. Unfortunately, there are dead people inside some vehicles. Tragically, the death toll, which stood at 95 on Wednesday night, is expected to rise as more victims may yet be discovered amid the debris. The floodwaters have submerged entire neighborhoods, turning homes into islands and cutting off access to basic necessities. Families who've lost loved ones are also facing the profound challenge of rebuilding amidst what locals are calling an apocalyptic scene. Emergency response teams are now working around the clock, using heavy machinery and rescue dogs to sift through layers of mud and debris in the hopes of finding survivors and recovering those still missing. For many in the Valencia region, this disaster has not only taken away loved ones but also destroyed homes, businesses, and infrastructure critical to daily life. Local authorities are urging extreme caution as structural damage to buildings and roads poses further dangers to those returning to their homes. Many residents have drawn comparisons to a tsunami, reflecting the overwhelming scale and force of the floodwaters that ripped through their communities. The government has also mobilized relief efforts, providing shelters and essentials for the displaced, as rescue operations continue in treacherous conditions. Residents and emergency workers alike described scenes of heart-wrenching sorrow but also an emerging resolve to support one another in the recovery journey ahead. While Valencia has taken the brunt of the devastation, nearby regions are also dealing with significant damage, and the Spanish government has pledged additional resources to aid in the response. The impact of this natural disaster is expected to affect the region's economy and infrastructure for years to come, with rebuilding efforts likely to be extensive and challenging. As Spain grieves and begins the slow process of recovery, News AI Express will continue to follow this story closely. I'm Susan, and thank you for joining us. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates as Spain faces this historic tragedy.